Howdy there, folks. My name's Novawing24, and I'm here to present a new little series that I'll be co-broadcasting with the famous, bit of both, I suppose, TMC or the Troublemaker. So he and I are going to be exploring over the coming weeks. We're going to be exploring a lot of the mods that are currently kicking around and about for Wargame AirLand Battle. So we've got the next instalment in the series coming out in the next sort of 6 months or so. But in the meantime, the modding community's really embraced AirLand Battle. So yeah, so tonight, folks, what we're going to do is first off is going to be the first one I'm going to be looking at is the with respect to Germany mod. So this is a bit of a balancing mod, sort of looking at more the actual doctrines and stuff that are actually used by the European powers, and very much looking at sort of amplifying the doctrines and the actual intents and deployments of various national forces. So, so all I know about Troublemaker's deck is that he's going to be bringing a pack deck. I myself am going to be bringing a West German deck. So what we're going to do is let's quickly create this one today. So with respect to Germany, that's going to be our deck today. So now this deck here, now I'm going to be going, because it is a respect to Germany mod, I'm actually going to be using the Bundesrepublik, so the Federal Republic of Germany. Now I'm going to go for, because a lot of their doctrines, in history and even post Second World War was very much about armored warfare. So I'm going to see if I can exploit this and use this to my benefit. Now, in terms of the era, this mod is very much geared. Well, let me rephrase. It's not geared towards. Definitely not towards C. Not really towards B. It is very much geared towards the full availability sort of time frame. So yeah, because it does sort of a lot of stuff it does with prototype units and future units. So, Alright, let's get started. So we'll start. Let's start from the top, shall we? So let's go with logistics now. I anticipate this being a fairly mobile force. So what we're going to do is we're going to get ourselves a tank command. So we're just going to use the trained ones there. Now, just as a sort of a cheat command in the rear line, if I get a chance to deploy them, that's going to go with the Jeep command there. So let's bring one of him on board. Now, I think I'm probably going to need some supplies, so I'm going to try putting an FOB in and see what happens. But as I said, like an armored deck is very much they're going to be on the move a lot of the time, so they're going to need a bit of resupply in the field. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop two lots of supply vehicles in with this one today. So, because it does leverage off the current version of the main version of the game, which does basically indicate the fact that there is, supplies are a bit more important now. So, all right, moving on to infantry now. I'm anticipating it's going to be a pack deck. It's probably going to be. We're going to have a bit of a spam. So we're going to have a bit of a. We're going to have some helicopters coming shortly. So we're going to take some Fliegerfaust with their red eye Sams. Funny enough, compliments to the respective Germany team as well. They've actually, for units that they've modified, they've actually updated the little icon pack. So, so at least you know when you got the mod installed, you've actually got it installed. So yeah, very convenient, very convenient. Alright, next we're going to have, just probably get some anti-tank guys going on here. Now I'm just going to put them in the basic APC, just simply because I want to sort of get them settled up, set into some positions. I don't really want them running around too much, so get there fast and then bug out. And then we can always got a cheap vehicle then we can do a bit of scouting with later on if we need to. Lastly though, we're going to go with the Germans. I thought about going with the Jaegers, but I think I'm going to run with the Panzer Grenadiers, especially with the IA3, the Martyrs, so the 101A3. So that's going to give me a 20mm cannon as well as some extra firepower with their missiles. So just got to harden guys those. Right, so that's our infantry done. All right, moving on. Let's go to support now. again, fast-moving decks, so I'm not going to take the artillery. I think I'm going to be focusing around something I can take mobile with me. Yeah, there's going to be that sort of air threats, I think. So I think I'm going to take. Now they have sort of tweaked the specs on these ones, so I'm going to take a couple of Jebars, but I think I'm going to take the Harden because I want them to be able to hit a bit more accurately. So I'm going to take 2 cards of those today. Now to give me a bit of anti-infantry support, especially if he's using his any of the horde sort of type ones. God, that's a really bad phrase to do it, isn't it? Yeah, but you know, the en masses there. I think we're going to put our Gepard. So there's they're radar guided, but yeah, they give you a good strong against the old infantry there. So I am going to grab a card of them today, I think. Now, last but not least, to make sure I can clear the skies for everyone, I am going to take some Rollins. So these things are freaking awesome against aircraft as well as helicopters. So pretty decent range on these against aircraft. So we're going to run with those. Now I'm going to take the hardened ones of these, just so I've got a bit of an accuracy boost on that one. So. Alright, so I've still got plenty of points left. Let's move on to the fun part. Now, of course, this is what German decks should be made of. It's going to be armor. Lots and lots of lovely, lovely armor. Alright, so we're going to start with our 2A4s. So, the most, arguably one of the best tanks in the game. We're going to grab our veterans of them. Alright, now we're going to go on to 2A1s. Now I can take up to 2 cards of these. Yeah, I'm going to go with veterans again for these ones, so I get the accuracy and the sort of bonus with those guys, because I want them charging into the field and knocking a few things out. Yeah, I'm not going to take the level 2s. I think I'm going to take the 1A5s. I'm going to, yeah, again, I'll take the veterans of those, so give them a bit of extra boost. I find that, yeah, tanks seem to benefit from doing that. Alright, now to get a bit of a cheap stuff to support my heavy sci-fi, so sort of take some of those ATGM hits. Let's go with the 1A4s. I'll grab one. Yeah, I might grab 2 cards of those, so we can actually bring them out. And again, just as a bit of the old cannon fodder going there, 1A2s. I mean, still, you know, it's got a 105mm cannon, so it's still nothing to snuff at. But the main thing is it's cheap. It's cheap, and I get 16 of them in a card, so yeah, I'm definitely going to be taking those. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, as you see, this deck really is very much an armored deck, isn't it? It's going to be an armored thrust. Alright, moving on to the old recon. So again, we're going to want something that's going to keep up with my armor. So the Lux's A1's had a bit of a buff as well. So we're going to pop him in there. I think we're just going to run with the hardened one of him. Give me a couple of extra units on the map. And just the standard Luxes as well. We're going to pop him in. Bit of support there. Now, of course, we're always going to need a bit of recon infantry kicking around. So let's get our Fenspower. Now, I think these guys are going to pop these in helicopters to give you that sort of reach around the map. Drastically reduced availability of these guys though, so that's something that's it could work for us or it could work against us. I mean, they've given exceptional stealth. Well, let's see. Other than that, let's back them up with some of the West German Customs and Border Patrol. I might just pop these just in the basic APC again, just so I can flick these guys out. They can provide a bit of scouting early on, so alright, smelling a bit of recon going on. Vehicles. Now, as I said, I'm anticipating another armored deck as well, so I think having a bit of good stuff in there to stop stuff. So, now VTSI is a bit of an underrated unit, this one, I think. I think this one, especially for the price, yeah, I'm gonna pop him in, simply because I think he might be good for holding the line a little bit. Now we've got the great cannon Jagdpanzer. We're going to grab him. Pop him in, and yeah, let's just take the basics of those one. Yeah, it's going to be a mass line of deployment there. I mean, only 15 points each, and I think they'll be able to knock a few things down, I think. And lastly, let's get the And the Jaguars with the itos on them. So I think iTows, however you want to say it. Let's pop them in, and let's see what we can get out of those guys. The itos should be quite effective, I think. All right, now. I've got some points left. Let's have a look at some aircraft here. All right. Now, I think I'm going to grab a couple of their fours who deal with some air superiority threats, so we'll grab a card of them. And the good old Tornado with its fire and forget Mavericks. Now this one, if I remember correctly, wasn't actually... The Tornado was used by the Germans. I don't know if the Mavericks were, but... you know what, for the purpose of the game, let's take it, because it gives me the backup of the Sidewinders as well if he gets any helicopters into the air. So I'm going to take you. I think we might take some Starfighters. Now, a lot of people have a lot of poor things to say about Starfighters, but you know what? For clearing out infantry, if you don't have access to napalm, these things are pretty damn cool. So, yeah, because we'll just lay down a bit of a carpet bomb coverage there. Alright, so I've got 1 point left over for my West German army, so let's pop in a helo here. Let's go with the top end one, get some hot 2s fitted out on this one here. So let's add them in, and we'll just add the basic hardened ones to the one. Alright, so that's my deck ready, ready to rock and roll. So what we're going to do is let's cross over to the live game as we joined by Troublemaker, and let's get started.
Alright, and I'm Troublemaker. Hello, hello.
And I'm Novawing24.
I'm about to crush him with my East German deck on. With respect to Germany.
Yeah, up against the power of the Bundesrepublik here, so we'll see who is victorious with this exploration of the mods here today.
Yes, and I've come up with a name for the series.
Oh, excellent, because I got no idea.
ModGame.
ModGame, I like it. We could sell the film rights to it later.
No. Okay. How am I gonna stop your face in?
Well, this is quite close quarters, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got lots of open areas, so tank play is going to be pretty decent on this map. But at the same time, it's pretty fair because there's enough forests and towns in the intersection areas so that I can just, put in some infantry and AT. Of course, Pact is all with the AT, and you have the massive tank advantage. Luckily, a lot of my units are super cheap. Most of them are. Oh, it's destruction, by the way, if you didn't notice.
I take a guess at that one.
Yeah, because I think all these mods were originally created with the intent of fighting them all as destruction. Because the guy who made all the mod suites, Anoka, he just had this insane disdain for conquest. It was just he saw it as like command stopping, just command stopping. There's no strategy.
Yeah, it's interesting. I played a couple of Conquest games, and they really become about tactic play. And if you're brave enough to just throw stuff at their command vehicle, yeah, you can really close that off. All right, a couple seconds to go. I think we're ready to go.
Yeah, I got mine started, so I guess it's just preset this way to not let us go ahead.
Because I didn't click launch. There we are. That will do it.
Oh.
There we go.
Mr. Suspense Builder over there.
Yes. All about the suspense here.
Yeah, like I'm gonna be playing pretty heavy on that infantry. So hopefully don't curb stomp me because of that. So we can set up a few positions to ambush you with.
Bereit fürs Verlegen, Kommandant. Den sollen wir für Sie transportieren. Schleichen rein. Okay, wir versuchen so schnell wie möglich hinzukommen.
Alright, so a bit of aggressively going for both, so it looks like we're going for the same side at the moment.
Uh-oh, this is awkward. It's awkward that you can spot me and not vice versa. I see you went for the 2-point base instead of your 3-point base. Boy, Eric, you a sneaky little devil.
Oh, and first blood goes to the Troublemaker.
Am I in a position to get the rest of your units? Maybe? Let's see. Let's get these reserve shoots and firing on your Leopard 2A4s. Oh dear God. Dear God.
As an ATGM goes wildly off into the distance.
I have a bomber. We should fire. I should have probably used the fire position command. Oopsie. Well, opportunity lost. Oh God, Starfighter.
I think it's just a lot of splinter wood, I think, at the moment.
Yes, but it's okay. You have another one coming in, and I'm currently low on income because we're in destruction. I totally always forget that. Ain't too much conquest.
So, we're a bit of a stalemate. So at the moment we've got Troublemaker on a bit of a higher income, got a bit of an income advantage on me at the moment. So we've got a bit of the old classic stalemate going on with the old destruction at the moment.
Oh, that's what you thinks. I prepare an army of mass design.
A grand design of mastery, or?
Korean unit, greatest unit.
Den sollen wir für Sie transportieren.
Autocannons of death, I love it.
Den sollen wir für Sie transportieren.
Your units are scum.
But they fight for freedom in the American way and cheeseburgers.
Prepare to love the bomb. MiG-21 away. Did I do any damage? Figures not.
See, there's just going to be so many matchsticks after this.
Bauen dort eine neue Flugabwehrstellung auf.
Bombers and air superior players are not that prolific in this patch or this particular version of the game.
Hmm.
So they act like they act a lot like what am I thinking? They act a lot like artillery, like they kind of pepper spray a lot of units.
Oh, he found him.
Oh, good.
Thank you for fighting for a nice target for my my iron bombs there.
Well, I can help you no more. You're on your own after this.
And say goodbye to your Mig.
Oh dear God, I didn't realize it was out. Oops. Well, that's okay. I'll destroy you with ridiculous numbers of units. That will be my plan.
I suppose that's probably the one thing I noticed with this mod is that it's it definitely does sort of play on that whole fact of yeah, Russians sort of rely on that unmasked approach sort of thing.
Yeah, well, it's decently prepared for basically what ends up being very realistic. You have to have NATO have those really potent units, and Pact have those really average-ish type units.
But just so many of them.
Yeah. I mean, all these MiG-23s, they only cost me like 50 points to deploy. Like, these are very inexpensive bombers. If I can kill off just one command, it'll all be worthwhile.
Oh, you sneaky little proverbial. Right, gonna have to do something about this.
You could send some tanks through the wooded areas. There's definitely no infantry in all of your wooded areas.
Oh, absolutely. There'd never be any tanks there, would there?
Nope, because that would be rather useful. Please don't hit it. Please don't hit it. Please hit something else. Run away, little man. Run away. Come on, baby. Got one, I think.
No, they
It's pretty damn close. Yeah, I need another MiG to destroy your MiGs. Yeah, that's going to give me a pretty massive income lead. Hopefully I can kill off one of your fighters, because that would just make me so happy.
Den sollen wir für Sie transportieren. Wo sollen wir hin, Kommandant? Irgendwelche Kunden für eine Taxitour? Braucht jemand einen Schutzengel?
Oh,
baby!
you got him. But I
Wait.
wiped out all 3 of them.
Yeah, you kind of wiped out all my units, so it's a trade. It's a
Yeah, okay, I'll take that trade. But oh, hello, infantry.
Wo sollen wir hin, Kommandant?
And first command vehicle blood goes to you. Ah.
Well, if I can get those infantry into a town, I think I might be in trouble, but it looks like you pretty well got that covered. And you're wiping out all my jets. Of course, since this isn't Conquest, there's not really much a point in me grabbing center from you. In a Conquest game, that'd be very, very hyper useful, but not today.
Auf Ihre Befehle, Kommandant. Der Hauptmann und seine Crew rüsten Sie an Bord. Roger, Kommandant. Sind auf dem Weg.
Right, my starfighter's going to get in before they get to the town. Probably not.
Looks like I got one in, but he's not doing so hot. I see you have a couple of infantry in the south of the town.
Sie denn diesmal? Warum habe ich nur das Gefühl, dass Sie gleich unser Leben aufs Spiel setzen werden?
Oh, and he's got his, he got a Strela up there now. Ah, he's trying to lay a trap for me, eh?
There's no Strela there. What are you talking about?
It's all in the mind, you know.
I don't set traps. Well, if my infantry could just kill your infantry carriers, that'd just make me so happy. Oh, I left the town accidentally. Didn't happen. What are you on, like, aircraft cocaine right now? Jesus.
Yeah, again, as you were saying before, with that whole thing of where they tweaked it so the higher technology advantage of NATO is a bit more prevalent. Yeah, this is one of the areas it's showing through. You did, however, cluster bomb the proverbial out of my little Jaguar, so my poor little Jaguar is no more.
Sollen wir wen mitnehmen?
Well, let's see if I can gain a bit of ground. I still have 200 points to build up. Dear God.
Geben Sie Gas, Fahrer. Wir haben es eilig. Warum habe ich nur das Gefühl, dass Sie gleich unser
Some
Leben
helicopter
retten
movement.
werden?
What could be happening here? Perhaps a helicopter all in, moving along the southeast flank to try and flank me. Is this what you're going for here?
There's a helicopter out there? I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm pretty sure it is, because I'm doing roughly the same thing, except my helicopters actually have anti-helicopter weapons.
Oh, this could end badly.
Well, for one of us, I think I'm fine. I think these, yeah, they're pretty expensive helicopters. I would turn around.
Irgendwelche Kunden für eine Taxitour? Am Ende kommt es doch nur auf den Infanteristen und sein Gewehr an. Der Hauptmann und sein Schuh, die braucht jemand einen Schutzengel? Braucht jemand einen Schutzengel? Zu Ihren Diensten, Kommandant. Hat jemand ein Taxi gerufen? Meinen Sie mich?
A martyr VTS? I really, dude? Oh my god, I haven't seen that in a while. That's definitely old school.
Ja, Kommandant.
God, how are your AT infantry holding off my entire assault? That doesn't even make sense. It doesn't make sense!
Ende kommt es doch nur
Der
auf den
Panzergrenadieren.
Gewehr an. Irgendwelche Kunden für eine Taxitour?
Dear God, the
Bereit für
leopard
Verlegen,
apocalypse has
Kommandant.
come for me.
I have a horrible feeling it's probably going to grind to a halt very shortly.
Maybe. trying to get my commander there.
I see your command on the move.
Yep. Please don't kill it, Leopard 2. I see you firing. You missed, luckily, multiple times. Because you're inferior NATO weapon rate. Don't die!
Just making this mad scramble for the bridge there, I see.
Yes, this is my evac point. I have lots of AT on the bridge. Don't go there. There's totally all sorts of stuff set there. If you cross there, I have all sorts of stuff. What are you talking about? You're going to be pleasantly surprised when you get to the bridge. Pleasantly surprised. Where'd my command go? I miss you!
Ah!
Oh good, I got a kill. Please don't steal my FOB, I need that. I plopped it down and never used it. That's how much I needed it. You're showing your rear armor, I believe, on your Leopard 2. Dear God, you built up like 600 points from that attack. And you won.
Thank you!
Oh my God, oh. Well, I guess I'll get you in the next one.
Well, so post battle analysis. So
good.
the might of the German armor is. I like armored decks, and as viewers of my channel will know, one of my regular co-commanders loves his German decks as well, and I like what this mod does to it. I'll be honest. This is probably also influenced by the fact that I've won, so yeah, that's probably helpful as well. What were your thoughts on your East German deck there?
Yeah, East German deck not so hot in this mod. They don't have access to the T80s, which is a big detriment. And that makes a world difference, because the deck kind of makes all those 1990, 1980 units really good. And they do have the T72, but I mean, a T72 is not going to take out a Leopard 2. That's the end of the day.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the kill list for some of my Leopard 2s, and wow. actually no, my Leopard 2s actually didn't take out that much. It was actually my my Roland and my old Panzer Grenadiers that really stopped the things. Oh wow. We've got a Jag Commando there who took out like a whole heap of BMP-1s. Well, that was fun. Very exciting. Thank you very much. Yeah, overall, I think it was an interesting first game. I'll be honest, I didn't think I was going to have a hope in hell of actually winning that, so I'm mildly surprised. And
I'm actually quite terrible.
Alright, well, thank you very much everyone for watching. I believe this video will be going live on both of our channels very shortly.
Yep, and Novawing, what do you have going on at your channel?
Right, well, this is actually my first video back from my my Christmas holidays. I've been sort of offline for a bit. So this is my first video back, and it's great to be back. Very shortly, I'll be coming up with a bit more of my my flight stuff. While I've been on break, I've been dabbling back in the old FSX. So you'll be seeing a couple of reviews coming through of that one very shortly, and looking forward to more games here. And Troublemaker, how about yourself? Apart from fighting the weather, how are you going? What's happening on your channel today?
Me and Rangru have been co-casting the 3v3 tournament Glorious Designs. Lots of fun to be had there.
Sounds exciting. All right, well, that wraps up to the first episode installment of what are we calling this again, Troublemaker?
ModGame.
ModGame. Okay, so first episode in ModGame. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. It's been fun as always. Take care, and we'll see you next time.